Eric Trump, Executive Vice President of the Trump Organization. Eric, you and your brother were fined $4 million each, both barred from operating a business in New York for 2 years. I mean, what are your thoughts tonight?
Listen, Janine, honestly, my thoughts are the best thing I ever did was get out of New York. New York is a hopeless place at this point. It's so sad. This judge ruled against my father before we even went to trial. He ruled against our entire family. It was a setup from the very beginning. This was never supposed to be in that court. It was supposed to be in the commercial division. They would never allow it to get there. This judge, the animosity, the way he looked at my father in the courthouse was horrible. I've never seen such hatred in anybody's eyes before. Janine, we're an amazing company, and I could truly say that we have never missed a loan payment. We've never defaulted. We've never breached a covenant. Deutsche Bank, they're the most, respected and sophisticated bank in the world. They came in and effectively testified that they had an amazing relationship with us. We paid off every loan ahead of time. They made hundreds of millions of dollars off of our organization. We put hundreds of millions of dollars of extra collateral into the respective assets, made them top tier. We're called by every single, lender a platinum borrower. Every single one has called us a platinum borrower. Again, never a default. And you have an attorney general who ran on the notion of getting my father. I'm going to go into the attorney general's office every single day, sue Donald Trump, and go home. I'm going to take him down. You watch. I'm going to sue the blank out of him. That was her political platform. She campaigned on that. She fundraised on that. We didn't have a chance, Janine. We just didn't have a chance in New York because it's a rigged system. And you could not have a better real estate company than ours. You could not have a more professional real estate company than ours. When COVID hit and they shut down every single hospitality company in the country, guess who never missed a loan payment? Guess who paid all of their employees? Guess who always did the right thing? Guess who employs thousands of New Yorkers every single day, puts food on the table for their families, educates their children? You have a lost state right now where you have businesses fleeing, and you have a company like ours that had paid over $300 million in taxes to a city. My father built the skyline of New York City. And this is the thanks he gets for doing absolutely nothing wrong, not a dollar financial loss. The exact opposite. Hundreds of millions of dollars in financial gain. And as to Don and I, every single witness testified we have nothing to do with this. They went in, witness after witness. This is not what they did in the company. It didn't matter to this guy. We were trophies on a wall for this guy. This is the state of New York. I caution anybody even thinking about moving to New York to just be careful. This is not the state that my father grew up in. This is not the state that we grew up in. This is the demise of a politically weaponized system, and it's horribly sad, Janine. And I promise you we're going to fight this, and we're going to win at the appellate division because, honestly, it's so egregious. It's so egregious, I promise you we're going to get it overturned.
Well, and I hear the passion in your voice, and I mean, so many people agree with you. So many people agree. Letitia James was out of control in terms of what she promised. Then you've got a judge who's unhinged, who said juries get it wrong most times. When he said he decides based on emotion. I mean, everything about it was all about lawfare. But you guys have had to fight this every single day, every day since Donald Trump took office. And at some point, you have to say to yourselves, I mean, this is just too much. But your family never gives up. The president never gives up. Why?
My father never gives up. He's the toughest guy I've ever met my entire life, and he is hell-bent on winning, and we're going to win in November. And Judge Janine, you know this. If he wasn't the front runner for president of the United States right now, they wouldn't be doing this. This has never been tried in New York before. There's no better real estate company in the country than us. They would not be doing this if Donald Trump wasn't the front runner for president, beating Joe Biden in every single poll, absolutely blowing Nikki Haley out of the water. That's why they're attacking him. They're attacking him civilly. They're attacking him criminally. They're doing everything they possibly can. No different than impeachment 1, impeachment 2, the Russia hoax, the spying on his campaign, the going after Kavanaugh, the going after all of his advisors. They're trying to... They're doing it because Donald Trump is winning. They're scared of the movement that he's created, which is question the power in Washington, D.C. And, and one more thing, Judge, the appellate court has already declared victory for us in so many of the aspects of the case that the judge ruled against us on today. The biggest one being statute of limitations.
Right.
And it's really insane. He just ignores it and moves on. But this is his way of trying to punish Donald Trump literally weeks before he decides to retire and sail into the sunset. And it has to be stopped. We're better than this as a country.
Yes, we certainly are. All right, Eric Trump, thank you so much for being with us. All right, and I'm giving Fulton County DA Fannie Willis a piece of my mind next.